Next one is going to be Old Vampire Man. Anyway. That's right, people. I am so entertaining. Don't you love to hear me speak? Most people like the idea of becoming a vampire, you know. You get to suck blood, live forever, kill people at will. But nobody ever talks to you about the bat dick. Yeah, you're gonna turn into a vampire, but your neck sack is gonna fucking shrink to a tiny little size while you're just flapping around thinking you're hot shit going, haha, that's right, ladies. Oh no, my tiny bat dick. What am I gonna do? Which leads me to my next point. The age at which people become a vampire. Nobody thinks about that shit either. About the age you are. What's a good age? People think anything under 30 but above 25. Those few ages are like the sweet spots for being a vampire. People actually listen to what you have to say. Yeah, you can't be a little child vampire going, but I'm 3,000 years old. Like, yes, but you look like 20 years to fucking life in jail. I never understood that one. What was it? Interview with a Vampire? Little girl's trying to go after Brad Pitt. Like, hey, she's aiming fucking high for a psychotic little wench. So yeah, there is a cutoff of the age for a good vampire. There's definitely an end point. Like the worst age to be, I think is 100. Really, the worst age to. Can you imagine? It's your 100th-year-old birthday, and then you become a vampire. You've got all those health problems to begin with. But now they're forever. Can you imagine? Eternal leaky dick syndrome? Fucking dementia? Dentures? Can you imagine dentures? Yeah, you're a vampire that can't bite people. That's gotta be a miserable existence, doesn't it? You can't even turn people into vampires. Your victims would be fucking with you. They'd be taking your teeth, tossing it, holding it above your head, going, ha ha ha, Dracula, ha ha, you can't get it, ha ha ha. And you're just like, come on, guys, give my teeth back. I'm tired of having smashed that soup every night. You know, as an old vampire, you're going to have about 10,000 pairs of Dr. Scholl's inserts just strewn about your whole castle. And you've got an orthopedic coffin. A custom-made, extra comfy, squishy little coffin with a sleep number of like, I don't know, 6,400. This shit's harder. That thing is harder than the center of the earth. But you've got to have that stiffness for your back. Ooh, my back. And you're forgetful. You're a forgetful vampire. You've got dementia. Isn't that terrible? I can't remember if I turned off the stove at night. Oh no, my pants. Now the women will see my old man balls. Looks kind of like a mouse in a hammock, though. Still gross. But you're still forgetful. And I think the worst thing to be forgetful is during the transformation. Like when you become a bat. Every part of you's supposed to transform properly. But when you're so fucking old, you'll forget about different parts of your body being transformed. But can you imagine turning into a bat and your balls don't? Like you still got regular old man sack hanging off of your little tiny bat body while you're just flapping through the air, looking like a glorified game of Flappy Bird. Flying in a straight line would be a problem with your massive vampire balls dragging you to the earth. And it's already hanging like 2 feet from your legs to begin with, so it's just a pendulum as you're trying to fly in one direction. Like you turn right, your balls are flipping up, and they slide over to the left when you're trying to go in that direction. You're just, I can't keep this up anymore. And of course, you'd have a natural enemy known as Van Balsing, the vampire taint hunter. And he'd see you struggling grabs you by your nuts, slams you to the ground, and just before he kills your ass, he drops one of those cool one-liners. Hey Dracula, you forgot to talk this. It'd just be miserable to be an old vampire. I'm just saying. 1 second.